Welcome back, dear students. Today I will teach you the second lesson in your MCP textbook, the tsunami. Before going in detail in the textbook, let me say a few words regarding tsunami. Indian Ocean tsunami of 2004 tsunami that hit the coast of several countries of South and Southeast Asia in December 2004. The tsunami and its aftermath were responsible for immense destruction and loss on the rim of the Indian Ocean. And the hardest hit and the most severely affected countries were India, Indonesia, Maldives, Sri Lanka, and Thailand. Malaysia, Myanmar, Somalia, and the United Republic of Tanzania were also affected. So, in this lesson, we will be categorizing the survival story of some of the people in Thailand, Sri Lanka, and in India. Let's start the lesson. A tsunami is a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquakes under the sea. On 26 December 2004, a tsunami hit Thailand and parts of India, such as Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Tamil Nadu coast. Here are some stories of courage and survival. So, in the beginning itself, it is given what is a tsunami. A tsunami is a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquakes under the sea. And on 26 December 2004, a tsunami hit Thailand and parts of India, such as Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Tamil Nadu coast. Did animals sense that a tsunami was coming? Some stories suggest they did. So, this lesson is actually divided into three parts. In the third part, we can see the animals were able to sense the outbreaking of tsunami, and we can see some stories related to that as well. Now we can begin the lesson. First part is these stories are all from the Andaman and Nicobar archipelago. So this first part is based on the incident that happened in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and here is a new word for you. Archipelago means a group of many islands and the surrounding sea. And here we can see a character named Ignatius. Ignatius was the manager of a cooperative society in Kachal. So Ignatius' occupation is he is a manager of a cooperative society at the place called Kachal. His wife woke him up at 6 a.m. because she felt an earthquake. So the earthquake was first sensed by Ignatius' wife, and she made him wake up at 6 a.m. Ignatius carefully took his television set off his table and put it down on the ground so that it would not fall and break. Then the family rushed out of the house. So all of a sudden what Ignatius has done, he just valued his television a lot. So he just kept the television on the ground so that it will not fall and break, and all of a sudden they just moved out of the house. They just rushed out of the house. When the tremor stopped, they saw the sea rising. So here is a word tremor. Tremor means a slight shake, like an earthquake. Okay. So when it is like earth's tremors, it means the earth shakes during an earthquake. So whenever we are experiencing an earthquake, you can feel the shake in the ground. That is called a tremor. In the chaos and confusion, two of his children caught hold of the hands of their mother's father and mother's brother and rushed in the opposite direction. In this line, we can see the other family members of Ignatius. That is, he is having two kids, two children, and his father-in-law was there. Mother's father means the kid's mother's father means Ignatius' father-in-law, and mother's brother means Ignatius' brother-in-law. Okay, so the kids hold the hand of their grandfather and their uncle, and they just rushed in the opposite direction. He never saw them again. So this is a tragedy that happened in the life of Ignatius. That is, he lost his kids, father-in-law and brother-in-law. His wife was also swept away. So this is an extreme tragedy for Ignatius. That is, he lost all his family members, his wife, his kids, his father-in-law and brother-in-law. Only the three other children who came with him were saved. So totally he was having 5 kids, and two of them have gone with their grandfather and uncle, and three were with Ignatius. Only Ignatius and the three children were saved in that tsunami. In the first part, we came to know about Ignatius. Then we can see a policeman named Sanjeev. Sanjay was a policeman serving in the Ketchel Island of the Nicobar group of islands. He somehow managed to save himself, his wife, and his baby daughter from the waves. But then he heard cries for help from a wife of John, the guest house cook. Sanjay jumped into the water to rescue her, but they were both swept away. So the Sanjay was actually a policeman, and he was serving in the Catchal Island in the Nicobar group of islands, and he was able to save himself, his wife, and his baby daughter from this huge waves. But when he heard the cries for help from the wife of John, that is, John's wife was crying over there, and what is the job of John? He was a guest house cook. So, hearing the cries of John's wife, Sanjeev jumped into the water to rescue her. Rescue means to save her, to help her, but they were both swept away. Means Sanjeev and John's wife swept away in that huge waves. So, two characters, Ignatius and Sanjeev. Then we can see a girl, a small girl, 13-year-old Meghna was swept away along with her parents and 77 other people. She spent 2 days floating in the sea, holding onto a wooden door. 11 times she saw relief helicopters overhead, but they did not see her. She was brought to the shore by a wave and was found walking on the seashore in a daze. So here we can see another character called Meghna, and she is just 13-year-old. And she was swept away along with her parents and 77 other people. Almost 2 days she spent in the sea, floating over the water, and she was just holding to a wooden door. Here we can see her survival. And 11 times she saw relief helicopters. So whenever there is a natural disaster, the helicopters used to give the services. The government helicopters as well as the private helicopters used to give the service. So 11 times she saw the relief helicopters overhead, but they didn't see her. And she was brought to the shore by a wave. By a huge wave, she was brought to a shore and was found walking on the seashore in a daze. Almaz Javed was 10 years old. She was a student of Carmel Convent in Port Blair, where her father had a petrol pump. So you might have heard about Port Blair. That is the capital of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So she was a student. Almaz Javed was a 10-year-old student in Carmel Convent, that is in Port Blair, and her father had a petrol pump. Her mother, Rahila's home was in Nankovri Island. The family had gone there to celebrate Christmas. When the trimmers came early in the morning, the family was sleeping. Alma's father saw the sea water recede. He understood that the water would come rushing back with great force. He woke everyone up and tried to rush them to a safer place. In this paragraph, we can see the symptoms of a huge wave. That is, when there will be a disaster nearby the seashore, what will happen? All of a sudden, the water will be residing. Residing means move back from where it was. So, if the seashore is just 5 kilometers away from the sea, if there is some disaster is going to happen, it will be moving like 10 kilometers. Like the water will be going inside the sea. So, Almaz Javed father had seen that the water had resided, and he understood that something bad is going to happen, and he woke everyone up and tried to rush them to a safer place. As they ran, her grandfather was hit on the head of something and he fell down. Her father rushed to help him. Then came the first giant wave. They swept both of them away. So this is a tragedy that happened to Alma's family. So when they were trying to save themselves, they were just running to a safer place. On the way, her grandfather was hit on the head by something, and he fell down. And Alma's father rushed to help him, but that moment came the first Jain wave and they both were swept away. Alma's mother and aunts stood clinging to the leaves of a coconut tree, calling out to her. So, coconut trees are plenty much available in Nicobar Islands. So, Alma's mother and aunts, they were just clinging to the leaves of a coconut tree and they were just calling out to her. Her means Alma. A wave uprooted the tree and they too were washed away. So, due to the huge wave, due to the force of the huge wave, the coconut tree was uprooted and they were washed away. Alma saw a log of wood floating. She climbed on it, then she fainted. When she woke up, she was in a hospital in Camorta. From there, she was brought to Port Blair. So, this is another tragedy that happened in Alma's family. That is, her mother and aunts were also washed away. But touch wood, Alma was saved because she saw a log of wood floating. She just climbed on it and all of a sudden she fainted, means she became unconscious. When she woke up, she was in a hospital in Camorta. From there, she was brought to Port Blair. The little girl does not want to talk about the incident with anyone. She is still traumatized. Traumatized means she is greatly shocked and distressed because her father is no more, her mother, her aunt, everybody. She has lost everyone. So, still, this girl is in a trauma condition. So, this is all about the first portion, that is regarding the real incidents that happened in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So, this is all about the life of Ignatius, Sanjeev, Meghna, and Almas Javed. In the second part, we can see the incidents that happened in Thailand. And here we have a girl called Tilly Smith. A British schoolgirl was able to save many lives when the tsunami struck Phuket beach in Thailand. Though she was won a number of awards, her parents have not allowed their daughter to be interviewed on television and made into a heroine. Why do you think they took that decision? So here we can see the incident that happened in Thailand, that is especially in Phuket beach. And Tilly Smith is the real heroine because she was able to save a number of lives from when the tsunami struck that place. But her parents have not allowed their daughter to be interviewed on television, and they don't want their daughter to be a heroine. And at last we have to answer why they don't want their daughter to be a heroine. And here we can see what actually happened in Thailand. Now, here is a story from Thailand. The Smith family from southeast England were celebrating Christmas at a beach resort in southern Thailand. Tilly Smith was a 10-year-old schoolgirl. Her sister was 7 years old. Their parents were Penny and Colin Smith. So, this is a short biography of Tilly Smith. So, this family, the Smith family, actually belongs to southeast England and they came to Thailand, especially in southern Thailand, for celebrating Christmas at a beach resort. And they have two daughters, Tilly Smith, who's just 10-year old, and her sister, who's just 7 years old. And their parents are Penny and Colin Smith. It was 26 December 2004. Deadly tsunami waves were already on their wave. They have been triggered by a massive earthquake of northern Sumatra earlier that morning. So, this incident happened on 26 December 2004 and it was actually triggered. Triggered means caused by a massive earthquake that happened in the northern Sumatra in that morning. The water was swelling and kept coming in. Penny Smith remembered the beach was getting smaller and smaller. I did not know what was happening. So, in the last part, in the first part, I have told that the water got resided when the tsunami was there to hit the seashore. So, likewise, the same incident happened in Thailand as well. The beach was getting smaller and smaller, and the water was swelling and kept coming in. Means the waves were rising up, and the beach was getting smaller and smaller. And Penny Smith was unable to understand what was actually happening over there. But Tilly Smith sensed that something was wrong. Her mind kept going back to a geography lesson she had taken in England just 2 weeks before she flew out to Thailand with her family. So, here we can see a very sensible child, that is Tilly Smith. When she was seeing all these things, she was able to sense that something is gonna wrong. And her mind was just stuck in the geography classes she has just taken 2 weeks before she came to Thailand with her family for enjoying the Christmas holidays. Tilly saw the sea slowly rise and start to form bubble and form whirlpools. So this happened to the sea, to the Indian Ocean. The sea slowly rose up and it started to form. The bubbles were there and it was just like a whirlpool. She remembered that she had seen this in class in a video of a tsunami that had hit the Hawaiian Islands in 1946. So she is such a bright and a very studious child, that is, she was able to remember all these things that she had seen in her class while the teacher had shown her the tsunami that hit Hawaiian Islands in 1946. Her geography teacher had shown her class the video and told them that tsunamis can be caused by earthquakes, volcanoes, and landslides. So these are the reasons that results in tsunami, that is due to earthquake, volcanoes, and landslide. Tilly started to scream at her family to get out of the beach. She talked about an earthquake under the sea. She got more and more hysterical, said her mother, Penny. So, seeing all these things and remembering about her geography classes, Tilly was able to sense the consequences, and she just screamed at her family to just get out of this beach. And she just talked about the earthquake that is gonna happen under the sea or is happening under the sea, and she was more hysterical. Hysterical means when we will be highly excited, we will be wildly excited, and we are unable to control our feelings, any type of feelings like laughter, sadness, or anything. So she was in a hysterical movement. I didn't know what a tsunami was, but seeing my daughter so frightened, I thought something serious must be going on. So the mother was unable to understand what is actually happening, but seeing the fear of her daughter, she thought that something is serious. Tilly's parents took her and her sister away from the beach to the swimming pool at the hotel. A number of other tourists also left the beach with them. Then it was as if the entire sea had come out after them. I was screaming, "Run!" So, seeing the fear and the frightening behavior of her daughter, Tilly's parents took her and her sister away from the beach, and they just went to the swimming pool that is in the hotel. And the number of other tourists were also following them. And all of a sudden, they were able to see that the entire sea is just coming behind them, and they just scream, "Run!" The family took refuge in the third floor of the hotel, the building withstood the surge of three tsunami waves. So, touch wood, nothing happened to them because they took refuge, they took shelter on the third floor of the hotel, and the building was strong enough that nothing happened to that building even after it was attacked by the three huge tsunami waves. If they had stayed on the beach, they would not have been alive. So, if they haven't obeyed the ways, the talks of their daughter, if they haven't believed in the prediction of their daughter, they would not be alive now. The Smiths later met other tourists who had lost and their families thanks to Tilly and her geography lesson that had been forewarned. Tilly went back to her school in England and told her classmates a terrifying tale. So here, the Smith family, especially Tilly Smith, was able to save her own family and other tourists as well. And we have to thank Tilly and her geography lesson. And they had been forewarned, means they were just giving the warning that the seashore or the beach is going to be distracted by the huge waves. After this incident, Tilly again went back to England. She joined her school and she narrated the whole story to her her friends the terrifying tale. Tale means a short story. She just narrated all the incidents that happened in Thailand when she was there with her family to celebrate Christmas. So, in the beginning, we had seen a question: why do you think Tilly's parents doesn't want her to be a heroine? Why? This is your homework for the day. You just have to find out the reason why they don't want their daughter to be a heroine, why they don't want her daughter to be interviewed by any televisions or any news channels. So I hope you understood the first and second part. And if you have any doubt, please do comment below, and I'll be clarifying at the earliest. Thank you for watching.